Happy Monday morning, and I'm coming to you really for the last time this trimester with some good news. So in talking with Mr. Hill and Mrs. McCallum, sounds to me like the third hour middle school choir class is not being required to take an exam. And I didn't know that, but since we are we're obviously not the same class, we don't do the same things, but we meet the same hour and you're the same grade levels, I've made the decision that you are not going to have an exam during your exam period. So, yay! So that means that since that would be your first exam on Wednesday, that means you do not have to be here for that exam. You do not have to be here for that third hour time slot. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And it also means that we don't really have to review particularly today. So I just have something fun for you to watch, to enjoy something musical that hopefully you will like. You made it through a huge amount of material this term. You made it from the medieval period through the Renaissance, through the Baroque period, and all the way to the end of the classical period. That is a huge amount of musical learning, a huge number of composers, a lot of world history. And I hope that you took something from it. I hope that you learned something. You know an awful lot more than pretty much any other middle schoolers that I know about music history at this point in your lives. If you are sticking with me for third try, we will be continuing from this point. The next musical time period is the Romantic period, and there are some fantastic musicians in that time period and just some really beautiful music too. And from there we will be venturing into the modern era, moving into jazz and ragtime. We will move into the origins of rock and roll and our modern music now, and we will also do just some work in musical theater and also in possibly world music if we have time for that at the end of third try. So there's a lot of kind of interesting stuff that becomes a little bit more current in third try. If you are not going to be with me anymore third try, then I wish you the best of luck in Mrs. McCallum's choir. That's really where I want you to be anyway, because choir is my jam. That is what I do. If you are in 8th grade, and I've talked to a few of you about this, I would absolutely love to see you in my men's choir as 9th graders next year. It is not at all like this class. There's not homework. There's really not in-class assignments. There's really no paperwork. There's nothing to read. We just sing, and we have a really good time. If you talk to any of the current men's choir members, they will tell you that it is a really good time. Also, in addition to that, we are going on a trip next year, so if you are in the men's choir, you are eligible to go on the music department trip. It is almost always out of state. It almost always gets us out of at least maybe 2 days of school, and it's a lot of fun, along with a lot of the other concerts and opportunities and various things that we do. So I just really want to encourage you to do that. Most people say that it's just a nice break and a bright spot in their day where they know that they can just really relax and have fun and have an enjoyable experience. So if that's something that sounds appealing to you, then I want to encourage you to try it. Otherwise, I hope that all of your exams go very well. It's been a lot of fun for me, believe it or not, to put together all of this material because music is what I love and learning about it is something that I enjoy doing. So best of luck to you, and we'll see some of you in the third try.